Milka Ski Stars, that's a brand that we can all relate to, especially because of Tina Maze, and we like how you and Tina have had this relationship for the past 9 years. Um, how do you choose your Milka Ski Stars?
Generally, we have defined for us three strategic criteria as a kind of basement, which is number one, the personality brand fit. The personality has to fit to our brand values. Number two is the market relevance, because it's crucial to activate the athlete on the home markets or to find out the potential, maybe for activation beyond the home market, across the markets. And the third is sportive potential, which means in the best case, the chosen athlete is able to win medals and clubs. Yeah.
I'm guessing
But,
you're satisfied.
Absolutely,
Your
with
team.
one of the most successful female skiers ever, I can only be very satisfied.
I'm guessing that the relationship has kind of changed during the years. It was an interesting relationship. First, she was a part of a national team, then she started her own team. Now she's on a career break, and you're always cooperating. How come? How do you make these changes?
I think generally I have to admit that our philosophy is to cooperate with the athletes in good and in bad times, yeah, in a sustainable form. Because I'm convinced if a sponsor and the athlete grow together over the years, they can profit from each other in a sustainable way. Yeah. You mentioned the different steps Tina made during her career. Sometimes to be honest, it was also a little risk for us because nobody knows at that time when she established her own team to Amaze how it will work. But knowing Tina's unique ambitions and her strength of purpose, we never had any doubts that it will not work.
What do you do when there is no winter? How do you prepare yourself? How do you endorse your ski stars? How do you want them to endorse you?
Yeah, many people think that we are making a break in summer, but have holidays over 4 months, but definitely not. On the one hand, you have to prepare all the things for the upcoming season. You have to make the strategic concepts even for the next years, a kind of strategic plan according to the budget. And on the athlete side, on the one hand, our obligation is to monitor and evaluate the market. Who is next Tina Maze? Yeah, unquote. And on the activation side, as you mentioned, we are getting more and more into the process of extending the activation programs from winter, even in summer. A little bit adapted, but all in all, it's a lot of work.
I'm guessing that for sports women and men, it's easier to have everything arranged before the season starts. Do you work in this manner? Do you try to?
Of course, we try to respect their obligations during the winter season, and therefore it makes sense to do the productions in summertime, of course. Sometimes we have the situation, according to the brand activation plan we have, that it is necessary to do some of the productions as well in winter. But as I said on stage before, this is simply a question of balancing it in a way, and if every party is making a step to each other, it works perfectly.
What can you do now with Anna Finn got injured? Is this relationship on a break, or can you work in a way still, even if she's injured, not competing
First of all, I have to underline that for us as a sponsor in this special situation, the most important point is that she will recover and generate her health for us. Um, in this special situation, the interests of a sponsor are secondary. Yeah? But on the other hand, and also talking to her personally, after she will be back on a certain level, mentally and physically, I think she's even now passionate and interested in doing different communication projects for us even this season. Yeah, the concepts for that are done, but once again, her health is most important, and that is what we fully respect.
Because we've seen even today the success story of Derrick Rose and Adidas, even his break year, how they managed to make his comeback even bigger. So in a way, it's difficult times, but they have both sides have seen it as an opportunity as well. Last question. Has Sporto conference met your expectations? Are you satisfied with how everything's working on here?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, I want to thank the organizers that I received an invitation for it. I'm glad to be here, and I think especially for the Eastern Adriatic market, such a platform and networking platform and event has a high value, and I'm looking forward to the next series.